Well, if you've been trying to keep up with the craziness in the anti-Scientology world, Aaron Smith Levin has come under a lot of intense scrutiny, and for a long time, by now several weeks, he just refused to answer any substantive questions. But he finally released a video where he did try to explain some of what he did. And as usual, Aaron was very confusing, obscure, didn't really answer any questions directly. And to be fair, I only listened to an hour because really it wasn't going anywhere. But one of the things he kept going back to was that the various people attacking, criticizing him lacked credibility, or their own credentials seemed very questionable. Why is this the case? Well, in one segment, he was going on and on about how an alleged person claiming to be anonymous was questioning DOA as well as Streets LA. And he said, well, that doesn't make any sense because DOA and Streets LA are just the most wonderful, beautiful people in the universe. Maybe, maybe not. And we'll put the question of Streets LA to one side, although I think you may like William, but he definitely has a lot of flaws. The DOA has, on record, a very, very troublesome, iffy record. And the more you get into him, it gets even worse and worse and worse.
Why is Al-Qaeda over here? Hey, Al-Qaeda!
Let's look at Al-Qaeda over here.
Hey, Al-Qaeda! Not know that.
Well, I actually want to be fair to him, so I need more context to what the hell he's talking about. But it seems it is what it is. He's just, for whatever reason, attacking these various Middle Eastern men for being allegedly Muslims. Are they Muslims? I don't know. And what is this a part of? Again, DOA just keeps hooking up with these various protest movements. But does he actually care about these movements? Does he have any real investment in them? It's a lot of question marks with him in terms of what is he after? What does he want? Is he actually committed to any of these causes? So unfortunately, I'd imagine the worst. For whatever reason, at that moment in time, it was, quote, beneficial or profitable to be Islamophobic, xenophobic, and so on and so forth. But again, people toss this word racism all around a lot. No, this is definitely very racist. So now we're going to listen to the tail end of this little snippet, and it is pretty alarming.
Not speak English? No, I didn't think so. Of course you don't speak English. Yeah, call the police again. That's not, go back to your...
Thanks. Someone who vaguely looks Arabic and or Middle Eastern. You're a Muslim and part of the Al-Qaeda organization. Where is he tying this to Al-Qaeda? I don't know. I guess that's just the slang term that he and his friends use. Now, let's go back to what Aaron was saying, that there's no way that Anonymous would be a part of this, because, of course, Anonymous would actually be embracing DOA. Well, no, I think Anonymous, if that is Anonymous, probably did more homework than Aaron did and realized that DOA is not who he says he is and is basically just being a fake poser and trying to take advantage of people and is asking for a lot of money and support. But really, he's just in it for himself. And to put it mildly, he seems to have all kinds of hateful ideologies and his background. Now, is this the end of the story? Maybe, maybe not. Again, I'd like more context for where these remarks are coming from. But they do fit a pattern of him just making these wild accusations, just screaming and insulting people, and basically just having a very iffy character all around. And when he's questioned, he just goes on his usual lunatic conspiracy theorizing and doesn't really answer any questions. What did Aaron really say about these accusations? Well, not much. He just went on the attack and said his critics are the real problem, and he's just fine. He's a very nice, beautiful, angelic man, as is DOA. But I think the more and more we look into it, they just are what they are. They're just a bunch of grifters, and they just use a lot of nice, fine phrases, but really they just are not in it for the right cause. They're just in it for themselves, and they will use whatever tool they can to discredit their critics, but they're not really going to answer any questions, at least not at this point.